like a
Hi beauties, welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. I'm always so happy to have you. Let's update my stash. I know when I updated it last time, I said I might only go a week, but I have been loving one of these palettes so much that I really didn't want to put it up. So, plus a week just goes by really fast. I mean, by the time I've even thought about it, it's past a week. So here we are, we're 2 weeks in, which is about what I usually do. So let's run through what I've used. I'll try to do some swatches of some of these things because I realized I didn't do that last time. And we love swatches, right? Swatches are always fun to see, and I will, when I film the new stuff that's gonna be in my stash, I'll try to do some swatches for you then. Wanted to take a second and update you about this. So this was in the last rotation of Shop My Stash, and I forgot to give you an update, and I forgot to shake it up. You can kind of see the, can you see the little gold flecks in there? Anyway, so this is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil. It says it's a hydrating facial oil. I'm going to try to read you more about it too. Well, it's not on here. Anyway, this does have a scent to it. I don't know how to describe the scent. It's almost like sort of florally. It doesn't smell bad. Scents don't really bother me in skincare. This, to me, I used this like as a primer underneath my makeup one day, and it was a disaster. It was just a disaster. I don't know. I just don't know that for me personally, it's meant to be used like that. Like my makeup just slid around on my face all day. I just was not a fan. So for me, this is probably going to be best as like a skincare step, maybe not necessarily for my makeup. I do like wearing oils on my skin at night so that they have the most time to like sink in and do their work. So I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about that product. I haven't used it since I had that experience with it, which maybe isn't fair, but it just kind of turned me off. So anyway, that's an update on that. I forgot I didn't go through that last time. So let's get into palettes. These are just kind of what's first in this container here. I threw in my Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, which I am sure you've seen. Okay, she's stunning. She's gorgeous. We love her. I love this palette. I love it. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I cannot remember if I used this in a Get Ready With Me. Did I? I cannot remember if I filmed with this palette, but I have used this so many times. I've used it 4 or 5 times. I actually did my makeup quite a bit this last couple weeks. I've been trying to like push myself to do it more because when I was going into the office, I was wearing makeup at least 4 or 5 days a week, maybe more if I decided I wanted to wear some on the weekend. But I just used to get so much more use out of my makeup, and this last year has just kind of sucked. But so I used this a lot. I have used every shade in here. I've used both of the creams. Everything is lovely. I mean, I truly have nothing bad to say about this palette. I really do think it has lived up to the hype that's out there. I love that the shimmer shades they give you different textures, which I know I've mentioned before. I love and I appreciate. And what's strange is like when these are swatched out, I don't know, they're not anything that like knocks your socks off. You know, there's the 4 shimmers right there. I mean, they're pretty, but when they are on the eyes, like they just give, I was gonna say dimension. So it's very appropriately named. Like they're just beautiful. This is my favorite shade to wear all over my eyes. It's just stunning. The mattes blend beautifully over the creams. Nothing gets patchy. It's just lovely. And I'm so glad that I have it. Now this guy, I know that I did film with this. I did kind of a first impressions with this. This is the NARS Summer Solstice. And there's them. I like this. Let me say that off the bat. The only thing that I find is this palette is somewhat limiting in the sense that there's only 2 mattes. You know, you've got the lighter shade and then the deeper shade here. And I say deeper very loosely because that's really not even that deep. I mean, that's that color on me. So it's really like a mid-tone shade. It's not deep, but I like it, okay? Despite that, I like it. I think for that reason, it's super easy to create looks with this. You know, I've got my transition, I've got my outer corner, and then I can just vary whatever shimmer I want to use. And there really are some pretty shimmers in here. I know I swatched these in my Get Ready With Me video, but I'll swatch some more. I wore the red shimmer all over my lid in that video. It was gorgeous. So there's those. That's just some of the shimmers. There's a couple more, but I enjoyed it. You know, I used this twice. I really favored the Patrick Ta palette these last couple weeks, but I did enjoy this. I have never tried NARS eyeshadows before. This is my first experience. Would I buy another palette? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, the formula was fine. Everything worked well, but it just is fine. You know, it didn't blow me away, but I enjoyed it and I created some really pretty looks. Face palettes, you guys, I still did not use this. I still did not use this. My BFF, the BH BFF palette. I have used it before, but I really wanted to get some more use out of it. I think what stopped me is I just had some really beautiful bronzers in rotation this time around. Like some really beautiful bronzers. And here's the 2 bronzing shades in that palette. So they're pretty too. They are pretty too. Again, I just like found myself drawn to the other things I had in my stash. Let me swatch the blush. I don't know if I've ever swatched the blush in here. I mean, you know what? I should keep this in. I'm gonna keep this in and get some more use out of it because it really is pretty. So there's the blush and look at that highlight. That highlight's a little bit intense. I don't know about that, but super pretty. I like I said, I'm gonna keep this in rotation because I do need and want to get some more use out of that. Whoa, okay. Had to refresh my coffee. The other face palette that I used and probably favored a little bit more was my Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush. She's lovely. We love her. I really kind of just favored, I typically will take this cream highlight and just lay it down before I put any other highlight over top. But it looks nice by itself too. You could totally wear it on its own as a highlighter. I'll swatch it for you here. Like it's It's just a really pretty sort of, you know, champagne-y cream highlight. I used both of these blushes a couple times. I'm actually wearing the cream blush today. But I didn't use the other highlights. I didn't use like the diamond powder or these other two powder highlights. I just kind of used those three products, but I always love using this palette. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. What else? Base. Used my primer. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I made more of a dent in it, but can't really tell. Love this stuff. You know what I've noticed that I haven't noticed before? Sorry, I just want to make sure that I'm not, I feel like, I just want to make sure that I'm not blurry, but I've noticed, and I can't believe I haven't noticed this about this primer before, and maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like this almost, like as it dries down, becomes, I know it's supposed to be hydrating, and I do feel like it is, but I almost feel like it becomes a little bit tacky on my skin as it dries down. Like there just is an ever so slight sticky feeling to it, and I'm not mad at it, not at all. I enjoy it, but I just kind of noticed that this last time, and maybe it's just because I really took the time to let the primer dry 100% before I put makeup over top of it. But anyway, just an observation. Love this primer. I'm almost wondering if I should leave it in just to finish it. We'll see. Foundations. I had my IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better, and then I also had the L'Oreal Infallible. This, how do I say this? I want to like this. I want to like this so much more. I know that this is like, so many people rave about this, and I do think that it's a good foundation. I do. I don't know if the color just isn't right for me. I have 420, which is True Beige. Is that what it's called? Yes, True Beige. I don't know if it's just like a little bit too light for me right now. I don't know. I didn't like the color on me. I felt like it sat really weird on my skin, like it didn't blend in seamlessly, and I don't have dry skin, so it's not even like I had dry patches for it to cling to. It just looked kind of patchy. I don't know. So I was really excited to use this, but I used it once and I really wasn't a fan of how it looked, so I used my IT Cosmetics the remainder of the time, and I love this foundation. This is the Your Skin But Better Plus Skincare. It's water light, medium coverage. I don't know if this is like just on the bottle or if it's actually in the foundation, and you're probably not going to be able to tell at all on camera, but there's like a sheen, like a pearlescent sheen to this. It's the foundation I'm wearing today. It is like a solid medium coverage. You probably could build this up. I've never tried, but I have the shade 22 light neutral. I love the color match. I feel like this time of year, even this is probably a little bit light for me, but it works. I think it wears beautifully. It doesn't look patchy. I love it. I absolutely love this foundation. Really glad to get some more use out of that. And look, you guys, I think I can finally like throw this away. Can you even see how much is left in there? It's gone. It's gone. Finally finished this. This is the L'Oreal Shake and Glow Lumi setting spray. I really loved this. I love this stuff. It does give you, to be honest, I've tried several things from the L'Oreal Lumi line and I've really liked all of them. I think it's a great line. So glad to be done with that though. There is like a tiny bit left in there, but it's to the point where it's like spraying out sort of like bigger splotches on me. So no, we're done with that. So then the other spray I had in here was my Fenty What It Do, which I can't remember if I put this on today. So there we go. Love the way this smells. The sprayer on this is incredible. The mist is perfect. Let's continue with base. So I put all my Makeup by Mario products in here. Bronzer, blush, highlighter. I'm so in love with this. So in love with this. I keep calling it a bronzer. It's marketed as a contour, but I don't know why I call it a bronzer. I mean, it definitely is a little bit of like a cooler shade, but it works as bronzer on me too. I did film a get ready with me with this, so you can kind of see it in action if you want, but I'll try to blend this out a little bit for you. Look at how easily that blends out. Excuse me, it's lovely. Wearing this, did I say I'm wearing this today? I'm wearing that today, but I layered it with something else, but I love that contour stick. I love the color. It's so easy to use. I used the brush that comes with it to blend it out. I also used like a bigger, still a dense brush, but a little bit less dense than the brush that comes with it. Like this is hella dense, but I used a different, less dense brush and it worked wonderfully too. It never lifts the foundation underneath. I love it. I love it. The blush, I always open the wrong end of these every single time. Every single time I open the brush end. This is the blush, Earthy Pink. I love this. It's such a good name for it too. Like it's pink, but it's not like an in-your-face pink. There is, you know, it's a little bit more like muted. And again, like it blends out so beautifully. The brush that comes with it works great. Again, I used a different brush. It's just, they're lovely products. They really are. They're easy to use. The highlighter is probably easily going to be one of my favorites. Like it's silky smooth. It has the most beautiful pearlescent, well, it's called pearl, okay. I swatched that in a terrible place. Let me swatch it in a better place for you. We'll go right here so you can see it. It looks so, it's right there. It looks just so natural and lit from within. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I said this before when I used it, like it looked, I don't know, when I look at it in the pan, I kind of was like, ooh, that's gonna be, looks like it's gonna be kind of cool, like maybe a little bit icy. I don't know you know, how I'll feel about it, but it does not look cool or icy. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Other products I had in there, my NARS, their cream Laguna bronzer. This has a smell to it. Does anybody else have this and notice the smell? I mean, it smells like perfume. It smells like old lady perfume, which again, I'm not mad at. Don't mind scents in my products. It's not something that like lingers throughout the day. But I definitely, as I'm applying it, I'm like, what is that smell? It's this. It smells nice. I just have never had a bronzer that smells like this. And I don't remember the powder Laguna having a smell. But we'll swatch this. This is so pretty. So pretty. And again, so easy to use. So easy to use, blends beautifully, melts into your skin. That is your cream Laguna right there. We love it. We love it. I used this blush, like running. I have like old swatches everywhere. I'm running out of places to swatch, so forgive me. These last few swatches are probably gonna be real rough. I used my MAC. This is one of their Glow Play blushes. I got So Natural. I love this blush. I love this blush. It's like, you can probably see here, focus. It's one of the like putty type blushes, but man, is it pretty. I'll just swatch it right here. So gorgeous, so gorgeous. It can be built up very, very nicely. You can put a couple layers on, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It wears well. It's got a beautiful finish. Like, it almost dries down to like not completely matte, but I love it. I love it. I'm glad I got that shade. It's just such a nice, it's like a neutral kind of peachy color, which I'm here for. And then the last, I think this is the last of the base products I have. This is the, trying to get some out for you. This is the Danessa Myricks Illuminating Veil Liquid Highlighter for Face and Body. I have the shade Serenity. So this is what she looks like. There's that. Love it. Again, we love her. It's like this gorgeous, like rose gold. I wore this yesterday as my highlighter. I do a terrible job of taking pictures. Let's just admit that. I do. I'm sorry. But it was so gorgeous. Now, I will say, I got this in the Rare Beauty highlighter at the same time, like in the same haul. I actually like the Rare Beauty one a little bit more. I think that I like the shade a little bit more. It's a little bit easier to use, at least for me. Like this I really had to work into my skin. You don't have a ton of time with this before it starts to dry down. And I made the mistake of kind of like, I put it all over my face and then I went back in and tried to blend it and it like got stuck for a little bit. So I had like dots and I really, really had to work it in. But even having to do that, it didn't disrupt my blush, my bronzer, my foundation. It still ended up looking gorgeous, but it just was like a little bit more work than the Rare Beauty one. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. It's gorgeous, but if those two products were sitting next to each other, I would definitely reach for the Rare Beauty. Mascara, you guys, this is the only mascara that I have been using for 2 weeks, and I am in love. I am in love with this mascara. So this is what the wand looks like. It's curved. It's perfect. It's perfect. It gets everything out here up into the inner corner. This is, I know I said a long time ago that Maybelline mascara was the only mascara I'd ever worn that does not transfer. This doesn't transfer. This does not transfer at all. And I have like worked out in our garage in like 100-degree heat with this stuff, and it has not transferred. Like, I am blown away. I will 100% repurchase this. I don't even remember how much this was. I guarantee this is like $40, but it's kind of worth it to me. It's kind of worth it to me, and I'm definitely gonna keep that in. I want to keep using that. So lippies, I had 3 of them. I'm wearing Rose Femme today. I'm actually wearing Rose Femme with Cake Shake on top of it. I just kind of wanted something a little glossy. So look, these lipstick swatches are just gonna have to go over the stuff that's on my hand. So I had Rose Femme, I had one of my Propa beauty lipsticks in Profits. I wore all these, by the way. Love them. Profits. And then Wild Azalea. This one is matte, but super comfortable on the lips, easy to wear. I wore this red shade. There's all those lipsticks there. So that's Rose Femme, Profits, and then that's Wild Azalea. I wore this Wild Azalea with like a really deep, sort of like bronzy, smoky eye look. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite looks to wear, but is that it? I think that's it. That was a very long rundown of all the things that I have used for the last couple weeks, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit more in-depth look at what I used and have been loving, because I really didn't do that the last time. So we will come back in a little while and I will pick out some new stuff with you guys. At my collection, I just wanted to say thank you for like tolerating this hair. I realize how crazy it looks. We are about 8 days away from it getting redone. Okay, I have an appointment next Thursday. Nothing has been professionally done to my hair in over a year, so I am too excited. But anyway, I know it looks crazy. Let's focus on the task at hand. All right, at my collection once again here, I am gonna keep, like I said, I'm gonna keep this Wet n Wild primer in here. I'm trying to think if is there anything else I want to get some use out of. You know what, let's throw this in there too. I think this is supposed to be a primer. What do I have? It's Star Glow. Yeah, we'll throw that in. Foundation wise, okay, I'm trying really hard to keep myself from buying that new Clinique foundation that's out. So let's get some use out of the Clinique foundation that I do have. I have the Super Balanced. The one that's out is called like Even Better, I think. And I really want it. But let's do that because I really do like that foundation. And I don't know, do I want something else? I honestly think that I like that foundation enough that that'll probably be good. concealer. So I forgot to tell you about my concealer I had in, but it's the same concealer I had the last rotation, my Josie Marin. Let's just get something else in there. Let's use my Fit Me. I'm pretty sure I can probably finish that concealer. So let's do that. Powder. Okay. I'm sick and tired of myself, you guys. I am gonna go get my e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder from my daughter, and that is gonna be in my stash, okay? That's the powder I'm using. I just need to get it back. You know what? I'm gonna pull this in too. I'm actually going to, I typically just like grab this when I want it, but I actually want this in my stash. I want to use that more. Ooh, okay. This lovely mess here. Bronzer. All right, it's time for me to rotate in my Huda Beauty. This is the Tan Tour in Light. This is one of my newest bronzers. I have not even had a chance to use it yet, so we're gonna do that. Do I want a cream? I mean, not a cream, a powder. I think I do. I think I want to, what do I want to do? I think I want to use just one of my Nabla. I usually pull these in like together. It really doesn't matter which one I use. I love them both. Do I want Soft Revenge or Dune? Soft Revenge or Dune? Let's just do whichever's on top. Dune. Okay. Cool. That's how we're gonna do it. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. Okay. So let's do that. Blushes. I want to use... I got more makeup. That's the highlighter. What did I do? Okay, this is the new one I got. So I had Pink Gasm. I just got Peach Gasm. I'm gonna use that. I also, hang on. You guys, I also just got this like in the last week. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Gasm Face Palette. I got the Love Gasm. I've used this a couple times. I love this. So we're gonna get some more use out of this. You see it's got blush, bronzer, highlighter. So we're gonna do that. I'll do some swatches for you too. And then we also have the BH face palette that I'm leaving in there. So I'm almost wondering, do I need another blush? Want another blush? I don't have any cream blushes. Okay. Oh, no. I do. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Peach Gasm. Okay. Sorry. Highlighters. There's one in the BFF palette. There's one in the Charlotte Tilbury palette. Do I want another one? I don't have anything else new here to use. Let's use one of my drugstore highlighters. Just a mess. I'm a mess. Let's use the Revlon Skin Lights. What is this? I think this is Daybreak Glimmer. Yeah. So this is that. Like I said, we'll do some swatches. That's what I've done here. This Jaclyn Hill thing is just so insane. Palettes, again, just kind of overwhelming. I have so many palettes, you guys. I'm just gonna do a quick count. 3, 4, 5, at least five, if not more, palettes that I have not even had a chance to use yet. 5, 6. Okay, I just thought of another one. 6, at least 6 that I haven't used yet. I want to I want to pull in my Auric shadows. I want to use both of those. I have Temper and Ego. I want to pull in, I just bought this because Signa was, why did I just say Signa? No, not the insurance company. Sigma, the makeup company, was having their semi-annual sale. Everything was like 75% off. This palette wasn't 75% off, but it was on sale. It was on sale for like 30 bucks as opposed to 50. I never would have paid $50 for this, but I got this. I've used it once. I want to get some more use out of it. It's gorgeous. So we'll do that palette plus my Auric singles. And what else? Do we want to do a little eyeshadow palette? I haven't used this in a long time, probably since last fall. My mini Zendo. Oh, I just gouged that shadow. This is one of my favorite palettes, so let's get more use out of that. So that's good for shadow. Lips. What do I want to do here? Let's do some of these. I did like a huge, bought like a ton of lip products a few weeks ago and I haven't used any of them. Let's just do these. Let's do a bunch of nudes. I'll swatch those for you. And then I might do, there's a lipstick I want to use. This is new too. Well, it's not new, but it's newer. It's the Milani Bold Mattes. And I got the shade I Am Bold. So we'll do that just for a little variety. Okay, let me set up and do some swatches for you real quick before we get this stuff put away. Okay, let's do some quick swatching. I'm not swatching like foundations and concealers and stuff. Let's just do a quick swatch of like the face products, highlighters, lipsticks, that type of stuff. So this is the Nabla Skin Glazing, Skin Bronzing powder in Dune. I will be curious to use this on its own because I typically have only used it like in conjunction with the other Nabla bronzer, but that's it right there. The Huda Tantour, I'm so excited to use. No scent. I was really on the fence between the light and the medium. The medium just almost looked a touch too dark for me, which is fine. So I went with light. That's the light right there. That looks like a beautiful shade. I've heard such good things about this Tantour. People rave about that. So I'm super excited to use that. I already swatched the blush in the BFF palette for you, so remember that that's in there. This is the Charlotte Tilbury palette I'll be using. Like I said, I have used this a couple times. It's gorgeous. This, the shade I got, the Love one, the Lovegasm, this was the deeper of the two. As far as I know, there's only two palettes. So, okay, I'm just gonna swatch. I'll swatch everything and then I'll show you. It has a bronzer. So the way they say, okay, I'm gonna put it like it should be. So, okay, you have highlight, multi-glow, bronze, and a pop blush. I don't know what a pop blush is, but these are so pretty, you guys. I actually, the pop blush, this color, I layered this over the Natasha Denona cream blush that I'm wearing today, but this is stunning. I can't wait to get more use out of this. So that's all those right there. That's that whole palette swatched out. Hopefully you can see that. The highlighter, one of the highlighters, is this Revlon, which is beautiful. Hopefully you can see that there. Really, really pretty drugstore highlighter. It's pretty intense, so I'm gonna go in with a light hand. Oh, I forgot to show you Peachgasm. Oh my gosh, I have like nowhere left to swatch. This is a pretty, I would say, I mean, it's like that's it right there. It's not a super, super pigmented blush, but it's gorgeous. It has a really, really pretty sheen. I think it's gonna look great on its own. It's gonna look so pretty layered with some of those powder Charlotte Tilbury products. Can't wait. So my Zendo palette, mini Zendo, this to me is way more beautiful than the big Zendo palette, which I have, which I like, but this palette's beautiful. I'm just gonna swatch a couple shades for you here. So there's a couple of the shimmers. Lovely. I've used this so many times, but it's just, I always get such pretty looks with it. I wanted to use it again. So the Sigma Enchanted, again, gorgeous. I'm just gonna swatch a couple of shimmers here for you because honestly, if I'm buying a palette, I'm buying it for the shimmers, like mattes or whatever, you know, shimmers are what I want. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. Oh my gosh. So that's those right there. Those lovely 3 shimmers. My Auric shadows. I'm pretty sure I've swatched these before, but Temper is like the rose gold shade they had. Again, I've used these many, many times, but they're always so nice to use. So there's Temper there, the cream and powder. An Ego, which is kind of like the gunmetal shade she has, or like silver, but it's not really silver. This is one of my favorites. I don't have a color quite like this in my collection. And there's those, so the cream and the powder there. Lovely. And then lastly, let's just swatch these lips. So all of these lip products are new to me. Well, okay. Again, the Milani is not like new, but these other 3 are. Like these other 3 I haven't even used yet. So let's just, where the heck am I gonna swatch these? Okay, I'll just swatch them on my hand. They're probably gonna go over some other things. So this is the Milani lipstick. I am bold. This is a L'Oreal, I don't remember what the name of this line is. I'm sorry. And I don't even see the shade name on this. Did I rip it off? Oh, yikes, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't even remember what the shade name is on this. Totally my bad, but it's just, that's it right there. This is another L'Oreal, and again, oh, guys, it's right on the top. Oh my gosh, this is the first one. This one I just swatched. That's called Be Determined, and this one is called Be Uncontrollable. This is a little bit more of like a pinky nude color. There's Be Uncontrollable. And then this last one, this is I'm kind of surprised I got this. I'm really not into liquid lips. However, I will say I definitely am starting to appreciate them more just with masks. I'm still wearing my mask even though I'm fully vaccinated. I don't trust people. So this is the NYX Lingerie XXL matte liquid lipstick. I have the shade Flaunt It. The shade looks so pretty. I'm really excited to wear this. I love these shades. These sort of like rosy, mauve-y shades there. So there's that. That's it. That's everything swatched that I'm going to be using for the next, let's just keep it real, couple weeks, okay? We'll go back and we'll get all this stuff put away.